But I think we got some Flips girls out there.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lovely Flips girls.
We're trying to wake up you guys out here in the crowd.
I mean, if the guys aren't waking up now over the Flips girls, like the Call of Duty fan base is hopeless then.
Man, check your pulse if you're not looking at these girls. All right, guys, eat that sugar, make some noise. We got OpTic going up against compLexity. It is game number 3. Capture the flag, possibly to close out the series.
Yes.
OpTic, though, they want it to be just their first win of the day on the main stage. Let's see if they can do it as we head to Raid.
Man, that compLexity team is looking so good. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know how OpTic's going to have to turn this around. Again, it's pretty consistent like what we've said. If they want to get back in this game, they've got to get fired up. They've got to dig deep because this compLexity squad, incredibly talented, cool, calm, and collected. And look, dude, they're all smiles here. They're on cruise control.
You know what, Fwiz? Everything's bigger in Dallas.
That's
all right. We're
yeah, that's right there, man.
All right, we're jumping.
We should do a listen
game
in or
right
team
now.
chat with OpTic at some point because I think that's I really want to hear how these guys are communicating. So we should throw to that at some point.
Definitely, as they get set up for a flag cap, I'd love to hear their communication as they try and take it home. We're going to be jumping on board with Scumpy. Scumpy's one of the most aggressive players in the game. He's going to be rocking that SMG.
They need him to be aggressive too.
Here.
They need him to be aggressive. Scumpy's got to come in. They got to act like they've got nothing to lose and just start playing crazy. As you already see an OpTic member, it is Nadeshot that's behind enemy lines, going to pull that flag, takes out too quick, and Nadeshot gets a pull. So OpTic off to a great start here in game number 3.
Nadeshot will be contested by TP, and TP with a big defensive kill. That is going to stop the flag movement for OpTic, and we got to jump on board with TP. Basically, TP is going to be playing the same role as Nadeshot. Both players will be focused on nothing but the flag all game long, and TP, he's getting spotted by a player in red, sees him in the red window, ducking behind this pillar, gets the jump on him, but the MSMC's recoil, you can see those shots going just a little bit above him. He's going to have to try again a little bit later. compLexity, they're setting up defensively, trying to stop one push from OpTic before moving forward.
Yeah, and it looks like OpTic kind of, they got thwarted off there by the compLexity squad, so now it looks like compLexity is going to go on the offensive side of things, and you've got TP that's actually going for a flag pull.
TP on your screen now as he is going to be challenging from poolside. As you can see on the mini-map, there's one player at blue car, 2 OpTic members in the center underneath the tree. The third is going to be on ringside, and it looks like TP is going to find Big Timer any moment. Big Timer finds him first.
Yeah, that's TP was waiting patiently, but what happened is his team got taken out, so they weren't able to do any kind of cutoffs or advance to help him out, so he popped out. Big Timer just waited for him and takes him out.
All right, well, you know what? I think it's time for Turtle Beach team chat. Let's jump on board with the OpTic guys.
He's in the smoke, he's in the smoke. Back jungle. To there, to there.
Doing kitchen, man.
That's all. Middle, too quick. He went towards red, it looked like. Yeah, he is.
I'm pushing our mid.
Nice team. I'm gonna go through pool. Hit kitchen, hit kitchen. Nice, like laundry. They already pulled up. Nice, 2 dead. One's at our base, one's at red somewhere, one's at red.
In the very back of their flag. I got a smoke. Just run with that, run with that.
Okay.
We have the enemy flag.
I got stunned.
Nice, that's 2.
Nice, I got EMP'd also.
Ace is middle stairs, open stairs. Another one middle. There's 2 open stairs.
Yeah.
Nice. Too quick and Crim.
Too quick's gonna be on spawn.
We killed Crim too.
Yeah.
They're both on spawn.
Middle. I'm still EMP'd. Just following a bit. Shit, boys.
We've taken control.
Jeep's in middle.
Captured the enemy
Middle
flag.
box, Ace.
Jeep's gonna push red.
Fwiz, so OpTic the first on the scoreboard. The communication, it's definitely on point as they coordinated those cutoffs, and Big Timer is really heating up. You saw him just stop the flag carry, but TP, he just ran past the dead body in third person, and we're going to jump on board with Crim 6 now, as he is going to be the part of this pushed up player behind OpTic lines.
Yeah, absolutely. OpTic got on the board, and before that, team communication was kind of slow. They weren't jiving, and then all of a sudden they got that cap, and again, it's a Call of Duty is largely a momentum game too, so they got that energy that they need. So OpTic starting to crawl back in this. Minute 15 seconds left in the half here. OpTic's leading 1-0.
I like this push from compLexity and OpTic. They've had some solid defensive plays. Crim6 is going to get cleaned up too quick now, farthest pushed up player, and Aches and friends are spawning back at home. So the defensive stand worked. OpTic's turn to push back out on the map.
Yep, and now you've got, it looks like the compLexity team playing a little bit more defensively here, watching that flag, waiting for the round time to end here, making sure that OpTic doesn't get another flag from him. TP, interesting move here. Saw Nadeshot run past him on ringside, chose not to go for him, and now he's going to pull the flag for compLexity, waiting to do that so he gets some call out from his team on when to do that and where to go, because right now you've got OpTic players pushing from ringside, poolside, and middle. So there he goes, grabs flag, and now he decides to go poolside. He does have his teammate there for him to give him some cover. It's Crim6. He gets taken out, but TP lands on Merc, and now these guys are moving. compLexity might get this flag, but Scumpy stops it, gets the return.
And Nadeshot at the same time won the battle against Too Quick inside the base. compLexity is not going to be able to cap, but Nadeshot is, and OpTic is going to go up 2-0 at the half, and finally, our crowd here in Dallas is waking up.
Absolutely. I mean, the OpTic team was off to a really slow start as the amazing squad of compLexity was just dominating OpTic. All of a sudden, they wake up, they get a cap on the board, momentum swings in their way, they get another one, and now they're up 2-0 going in the half. These guys are starting to wake up, feeling good now.
All right, here is Merc in your round-ending kill cam. Those guys feeling great, and I don't know what to say, man. OpTic, they just took advantage of the situations, and Nadeshot, he is the MVP of that round. If he didn't win his one-on-one against Too Quick, they wouldn't have capped. And the best part is compLexity was set up to stop Too Quick. They called him out at the start of the round, or they were set up to stop Nadeshot. Too Quick was set up, and yet Nadeshot just making things happen. But now we have a great start from Aches and Crim6.
Yeah, Crim6 here, they're moving in. These guys aren't going to give up soon, so OpTic's going to have to keep that momentum, that energy, and that fire if they want to continue to win this. Crim6 takes out Big Timer, and now he's making a push towards the flag, and he has some help here, but OpTic calls it out. Nice communication. You can tell by them the way that they rerouted back to the flag here. They were able to stop that push.
There still are players from compLexity flooding in. Merc is going to put another dent in their setup here, taking down TP on basketball side, and he's going to be pushing up Pool with Scumpy now. Action going down in the ring as it looks like Nadeshot once again is going to be fighting his way to the compLexity flag. This time he's cleaned up.
Yeah, OpTic trying to move in here. Scumpy was just on a tear here. He's got Big Timer with him as he takes out TP. So these guys are making another push forward. On the defense, you've got Nadeshot who's staying a little bit back to watch that flag. He knows that 3 team members are down for OpTic as they all spawn back in. Nadeshot's just going to hang out here, make sure that nobody grabs that flag.
compLexity's Too Quick on your screen. He's got the M8 ready to go, the Cap 40 in the back pocket. He pulls it out, but unfortunately, Merc has just been locking down poolside all round long. OpTic, they just need to hold off compLexity for another 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They can even give up 1 flag, but what they need to avoid is giving score streaks to compLexity. That's the only way I can see compLexity getting back in this.
Yeah, score streaks can be detrimental in a game type like Capture the Flag. I mean, shoot, any game. But the way in Capture the Flag, I mean, you can be a complete showstopper when you get a Hellstorm or a Lightning Strike and somebody has the flag, you can't get to them. That's what comes up so big. So you're absolutely correct, Puckett. They cannot afford to give these guys kills, so OpTic continuing the pressure, but being mindful of any compLexity players going on a streak.
So Big Timer, he has 3 kills, and I think he's playing for the kill streak. They might think there's a player in their base, because Big Timer was checking all the angles, finally feeling comfortable. He's just going to sit down here on basketball side. Nadeshot, he's going to find some action in the kitchen, and now it's up to Big Timer and Merc. Merc's up top in the garden. Big Timer, he's down here in the court. These 2 players will be the first line of defense.
Yeah, and guys, Crim6, they know that he's on a tear. Merc just got taken out, so he was able to call that out. The OpTic players, you know, they got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. They just have to play smart here, just get their kills, make them count, win their 1v1s. Big Timer's got actually a streak going for him. He's a little bit, away from a Hellstorm, but he's got 4 consecutive kills, so he's going to stay back, probably play defense on poolside here, try to get some kills to close this game out.
All right, so we're going to stay on board with Big Timer to see what he can do. There's actually some action in the kitchen, so I expect him to jump up. And there's one player behind enemy lines. TP's going to pull this for compLexity. Where does he go? He's got blue arrows looking at him. We didn't even switch to him because he was just a sit and duck. But he did buy time for Aches and Crimsix to push up from the middle of the map.
Yeah, that was actually, it was a really good play by OpTic there on the defense because you had 3 OpTic players covering poolside, ringside, and middle. They were able to just kind of tailor back a little bit when they saw that flag got pulled, and poor TP had nowhere to go with it.
Jumping on board with Merc now as he's going to continue to play aggressive. It looks like OpTic, they're saying, well, guys, they can't break our defensive setup. Minute 20 left, we can give up 1 flag. Let's start pushing up a little bit and see if we can trap them in their base. That's exactly what they're doing here.
It's smart too, because sometimes when you just sit 4 back of the flag, all it takes is the compLexity team to knock you down. Then you have your respawn timer, and all of a sudden flag's gone. None of them have score streaks to stop it. Big Timer's actually working towards one. I don't know if he got it on. He got his Hellstorm, yeah. So now they're in a really good position. OpTic moving closer to closing this one out. 54 seconds left on the clock. Now this big boy's got some sentry time on it. That's going to watch the flag. He's going to have that up the rest of the game unless it gets taken out, and this is not going to happen for compLexity. I mean, they're just not going to be able to do it. Big Timer's back there. He's got Lightning Strike and Hellstorm.
Looking at the stats here, Merc 20 and 14, Nate shot 19 and 14, a cap and a return. That sneaky cap also. Big Timer, he got a cap in the first round as well, as he's sitting at 17 and 11, now on a 9-kill spree. He's using that Hellstorm not for kills, but for scouting information, as OpTic is going to lock this one up. 20 seconds left on the clock. They are going to stay alive on our main stage, and in this tournament, great gameplay from start to finish.
They're staying alive, man. They were down 2-0. This was it. They were going to get knocked out of the championship by compLexity if they did not win this map. It was a do-or-die moment. OpTic answered the call. They are able to win, capture the flag on raid. They live to see another day.
The OpTic fans in the crowd applauding their efforts. As you saw, just solid gameplay from start to finish. The sneaky caps paying off and that great defensive stand. OpTic now trails just by 1 game. We're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 4, it's going to be Hardpoint once again.